Good morning, everybody. Thank you for tuning in to today's market update. Today, I want to elaborate on some price action on Bitcoin, USDT, and other pairs. If you want me to chart a specific pair, leave a comment with the name of the pair, and I would love to see a subscription from you and a like, so I see that you really liked the video and it's kind of helpful. So yeah, basically we are within this local uptrend here, and this is our 3-day market structure as for now, and you can see that the move up was only 3 candles and the move down is currently the 7th candle, and here we could break the 3-day market structure low. So on this specific time frame, as for now, this is an SFP. If the second candle closes below, this would mean a 3-day market structure break. If we break it, this does not mean that we instantly will make something like this. So let's say we break here, the candle closes there. There's a high chance that we retrace, for example, till here or something. We take out some highs, and then we don't have to predict this now, but it's only for you to see what I mean. So we break market structure and then we get the lower high for the lower low, and from here we continue our move down. This is always like this. Even here, if you have a look, we broke market structure here. So this was a confirmed break, one clean candle with displacement, and then we went a bit higher, went lower, and again lower high, lower low. So you rarely will see an instant dump from here down. So basically we have to look what happens here, and with the amount of liquidity here, and we only grabbed some. I think we only took out this high. This is 9.8. Oh, we did not even take out this high. So we made equal highs here. We have a high here and so much liquidity here and here. Obviously a supply block and here. So I was looking at something, as I said on the other video, something in here. In the last video I said that this could be the distribution of the range high for the accumulation, but this could be the PS, so the market structure continuation, before the ranging environment. So basically, if we come down, SFP again, come up again, mitigate created supply, come down, this can actually be a pivot. So you already can see the move. Obviously here was very sharp, but there's no supply here. So here's no supply, here is no supply. You can't really draw supply. So if we make our way back, down here, I would look at accumulations and see how far we can get it. This is a pretty big time frame when you look at the sessions here. So our week opened right here. We went up. New York pushed price higher, down, and now Asia was a bit slow, but maybe we get the London, we come down, New York, sell to buy, come up again, and then we make our way back down, and this is our weekend trade, for example. You can see this trade took a whole week, but if we get the confirmations, this can be the low for the distribution up here. And then you can see this is so clean, and you can even connect all the highs via a clean trend line, a trend curve here, liquidity curve. And then I would look at something like this. And we put the high in June, for example. June often is a pivotal month. So either the month is a local high or local low for some time. So this is actually a possibility that this could play out. And you can see this is thinking 5 steps ahead, but this is what you have to do in trading, because how many people shorted here? We can even look at the volume. I can tell you so many people shorted here because they thought breakout to the downside, short, and then immediately they got stopped out. And when you always only react to the price action, you will always get trapped. It is how it is. So you have to think 5 steps ahead. You have to think, okay, what can happen, why is happening, what is happening, and do you really think that we will put in a macro high when it's, well, you can see it's kind of rounding up, but you don't leave all this liquidity, and you SFP come down, leave liquidity again. If you SFP again and you really form a ranging formation here like this, this can be a very clean accumulation. And obviously I'm a bit biased, because if we get this accumulation here, this would mean that I will get many entries on other pairs. So I have to say that too. But for me personally, this is an absolutely valid thesis. So to make it clear once more, a local accumulation. I think that the weekly high is put in here. There's a high chance that this is the weekly high here. We formed a nice distribution. We formed this on New York, and basically Monday, Tuesday has a very high chance to put in pivots. So we put in the high here. The low is basically the low right now. And it's very logic to say that we will get more downside, take out weekend liquidity, and from here maybe accumulate to push price again till here. But we will see. On USDT, we could look at something like this here. So basically get a distribution to push price down, and maybe even take out these lows for a new range. As I said, I would look at something like this, and you can see the distance between these and this, and how high this is and how low this went back again into the range, this actually looks more like an unknown range here. So what you often get, a little nugget here, you often get a fake break, and then you get the ranging formation, and then you form something. And I would love an actual distribution here, take out all this liquidity here. So actually here on USDT it took out the liquidity, but we have some lows here, got an inefficiency, but then we stacked the lows here. So maybe this is a magnet for price to then properly accumulate. This is a valid scenario, and this would make so many people bullish again. So yeah, we will see. On ETH, we took out major liquidity in this range. So if we take out the extreme liquidity of the range after such a big move, and locally speaking, we left so much liquidity here, I would love a accumulation. It looks a bit awkward, yes, but still there is no real supply here. No. It looks like it, but on the lower time frame, do we have structure here? Well, it would be like this. And it's only on the 1 minute. Yeah, a bit awkward market structure here. But we have our high, low, well, this is internal structure, but this is yeah, okay. And you can't pull something like this because this is his own structure pool, and we got this structure pool. So you can pull the zone from here to here, and you can see we have a proper inefficiency here. So this is a nice point of interest, locally speaking. But this really is the only supply in this range, and it's made pretty much 3 equal highs here. So if we get the rotation back down, and this is what I'm saying here, we get the fake break here. We get the fake break here for the ranging formation. We take out the low once more, push up again, accumulate in discount of this range here. We take out all this liquidity here, form a new range from here to here, come up, maybe even go higher here and mitigate the supply, and then distribute. So I would love an idea like this, same as Bitcoin above here. I would love it, but we will have to see what we will get. But this move up will get us so much entries on other pairs. XRP here is the same. We got a very slow move down on this distribution idea. And basically we are within a big compression here. So you can see we are leaving highs and leaving lows, and you can actually extend it, but you can see it's more coming to the downside. So maybe we get a local range that pushes price up higher, and we get a new ranging formation. Whether the market structure pool obviously is an internal market structure, but you can draw something like this, and then it would be a valid market structure pool, for example. But yeah, we have to see. I can see the potential for XRP to go up again to 150. You can see it looks very, very similar to other major coins like ETH here. And yeah, again, the fake break for the ranging formation. We got a little block here. Nothing very special, but it grabbed liquidity as I can. Yeah, it took out this high, 3651. Oh, it put equal highs. Okay. So if we get the move down, I would long this again, take profits here and see how far I can get this trade. Here is a block 2. Yeah, and then look what we can do here. But these are very nice ranging environments if we get it. And mind you, this is all in confluence with USDT. Obviously, if USDT is going to respect this model 1, we will get the move up here. And this can actually just rip higher, take out all this liquidity, or even maybe reject from here and then go down. There are so many scenarios, but we will have to see what happens when USDT comes up here to the range high. If it gets a supply, gets a half rejection, goes for model 2, go down, take out all the lows, or if it really wants to rip higher here and take out all the high, and we get the next leg move down. And this liquidity, for example, here on XRP, for example, this is maybe for later. So if we really get our 2-tap and rotation back down, I can see XRP going sub $1. But here we have our massive box. And interesting is that you can see that XRP always have this base that forms and then rips higher, base rips higher. So what if we come down to this box and consolidate again, and if Bitcoin decides, this can actually absolutely go to new all-time highs. So yeah, we will have to see. Very, very interesting price action, and I really think that we can get nice scalps here. But either way, we don't have to predict. We only have to analyze and adapt. And as for now, if we break 3-day market structure here, this would mean a lower high for a lower low. If we again SFP, it means if this candle closes here, for example, or it does not close below, or we wick it again and close again above, and then the next, and we push up higher, this is obviously invalidated and we have to adjust. And therefore I would love to take out this high, then will this be our new market structure low, we distribute, go down. I would love this idea because this would mean I will get an entry. But yeah, you can see trading is not easy. There are so many if-then scenarios, and this is why you need a plan, you need to pre-plan, and you need proper risk management. You can't just limit in somewhere here, where's your invalidation, because this is all liquidity here. And if you understand the liquidity game and you understand that here is nothing that could hold price up, but if we still accumulate here, then the market is not ready to reverse now, and it wants to grab more liquidity, or it does not want anybody to get properly positioned here short. And we take out all these highs, even if it's a bit more aggressive, even if we move up here and then we get something like this would be absolutely valid, because for me personally, this move up is a manipulative move up to take out the highs. And this is, I would say, technical manipulation. And if this is connected, for example, to news or a specific session, absolutely, this is, this obviously would not go in one go up. But if we get some bullish days on bullish news, could absolutely be technical and time manipulation, 100%. But we will have to see. I would love this idea. And yeah, keep in mind, we are still in a macro environment. In a bearish macro environment, this is our swing high here. And for properly turning bullish again, we have to take out this high here. This is our swing structure. So low, high, lower, low. And the expectational order flow would be a lower high for a lower low until proven otherwise. So if we really break above 97.9 and we get multiple closes above, then I would say, okay, we can turn bullish again, but this won't give you a trade, because basically this is 25% to the all-time high. So even then, if we rip up higher again, even then we get a higher low for a higher high, and there will be a high chance that we will get a trade here. But I don't think that we will take out this high here. I think that this is our final range before we properly distribute and go down and take out at least 60k, but I see the opportunity to go lower, maybe even sub 50, because if you, well, today I'm talking way too much. So here we got 38%, and this was a way smaller distribution. Till the confirmation it was 55 days, till the completion 70 days. And if you look at this, as for now, this is 90 days. Maybe if it confirms, it is over 100 days. So you can argue that because this is a way bigger distribution, that we can go at least our 38%. And this would mean if we take out this high, 38% in one go, this would mean the low 50s. And as I said, this could be our market structure continuation for our first step, maybe around 52k. The next one maybe around 40k, and then we properly accumulate for the next bull run. And then you can see that there is no supply left. that would hinder price to go up. So if we take out this supply here, there is basically no resistance, and this whole leg up, if we accumulate, there will be no resistance here and a smooth rotation back up again to the other liquidity point. Okay, talking way too much today. So I hope you're doing good. Stay sharp, stay grateful. Thank you for watching, and I wish you all the best. See you in the next video. Bye.